yeah. Stamps on the passport, I'm grinding. I wanna be rich, yeah.
Alright, so just leaving Atlantis, just went into the casino, took some pictures and stuff. Hope you enjoyed that footage. A bunch of yachts out here. This is how you know this resort is about their money, and people got money that come in. Look at this. Look at these yachts. Look at this, look at this. Yeah. So make sure you check out our driver Devin. When you come here, if you can find him, I'm gonna try to put his information and link it in the bio for y'all. You guys can check him out. He's gonna take you around, show you just enough time, not too much, just enough time to do what needs to be done. This is how you know he knows what he's doing. He gave us 20 minutes. It took us exactly 20 minutes to walk in there, take some pictures, and come back out. I'll see y'all in a minute as we continue to tour. Let my man keep talking to y'all and let y'all know what's going on.
For the best for food, especially
Conk? Man, listen, we fixing all this together right now. So I can take you out to McKinsey's, right? For some good food, right? Now I have one that's slightly better than McKinsey's that I like to go to at the fish fry. It's called Goldie's. Goldie's is my spot.
Oh yeah, the fish fry, I seen that. Yeah, I know, I seen Goldie's.
Yeah, Goldie's is my spot. McKinsey's got a nice vibe too. Has good food, but Goldie's gives you the option indoor, outdoor, right there in the water. So tell you what, this is so I just want to get you guys this understanding of this island, man. This island, like I tell you, this is Atlantis, right? So I'm gonna ride you folks on to the end here so we can just give you a full scope of the island. So now, yeah, man, this is like the remaining part. So this is the street base of this island. So they get to show you some of these lovely apartments, houses. Some of these here have been here from the 80s and everything. You know what I mean? Both sides. So these here has been converted into places where like Airbnbs as well on the island. So when you come in, you don't have to get that expense. They pay like hundreds of dollars a night, close to like $700-800 a night. You could come here and actually have a stay on the island and still use the amenities at the Atlantis. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, that's good.
Man, yeah, man.
So you can stay out here in the Airbnbs and still use the amenities
and still get people to be on the island. You don't be far from everything.
And it's a little cheaper.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Way much cheaper. Sometimes like say for 6 days. Say if you come for a 6-day stay, you go lock down. Probably like some of them have where they have like a set of like 2 bedrooms like set up in one. Right. You know what I mean? So you could do something like a 6-day stay, minimum 3 days. I think it's what? Like say for $200 a night for a good sized place there.
Oh, that's good.
$200 to $300 too, depending on what you want. If you got your whatever you want, you know what I mean. So now I came to this area right here because this is as far as we can go to this property unless we coming from lunch, dinner, or if we checking into the resort. But there's the Ocean Club Resort. It's the 4 Seasons. I myself used to work here as a chauffeur, but this is actually one of the most prestigious luxe boutique, 5-star hotels or close to 5-star hotels on the island. And also it has a Michelin star restaurant called the Dune. It's situated right there on the water. And also this is a fun fact about this property which we're going to get into to see it more. But that's where James Bond, that's where they film Casino Royale. On the same property grounds right here. So that's the Ocean Club, you know. Also a place where, you know, a lot of people like to frequent and visit, you know what I mean? Here on these here, this is the ruins of the Versailles Gardens, and also this is the Versailles Gardens on this side and the cloisters on this side. So this here is to give you an understanding of what's going on, like with Ocean Club, because all of this is the Ocean Club's property. All this is attached there. Has a dog pool as well as on the property, and also this where you have $1 million weddings. This golf course was partially also had the ideas and inspiration with Michael Jordan, Joe Louis as well. He's one of the first of those that actually helped construct this golf course. Michael Jordan actually, fun fact about this area, remember I told you the first lot in the Ocean Club estate, Michael Jordan bought it. I mean, he was the first owner of the lot. Yeah, the first lot back here, Michael Jordan bought it. Then Oprah still has a house, Shaq has a house, Jay-Z and Beyonce has their house. They sneak in here whenever, nobody knows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so just to name a few people, most that came here and bought properties to this island. And you know we drive on the left side here, so it's kind of a little strange to y'all. Y'all seeing this right now, and you're saying now what's going on around here?
I know I'll crash.
You know the crash, you know what you can do? You can get scared, come out the car, and leave it there. So we coming over, this is the next bridge we leaving. Paradise Island now, back in Nassau. Now we going back to the real deal, you know what I mean? Now I'm relaxing, gotta come back out now, because I leave the touristy spot, weighing around the people, them and everything, and now back across town now. Now, so this is to give you an understanding, see that view there, you gotta keep on catching that water, man. You can't get no water, it's like kind of a little rough today. But as you can see these boats, these yachts over here, it's just a fraction of what we get to see. Like I mentioned, we have yachts and boats here for days and months and years, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, man. As you can see here, right, if we're driving down, you see that right there? You see that same tower right there that has the antennas and everything? That's exactly where I live. That right there marks about probably say 8 to 10 miles from here. That same thing right up there?
Yep.
That's further away. So I live within that area there. But you could be able to be from the top of this bridge, right? And you can see so much of this island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's why people walk up here?
Yeah, people come up there to catch the view of the island.
Oh, so this is Mackenzie's over here?
Right over on the side.
Yeah. I remember the map. That's Mackenzie's right there. We're not going to go to Mackenzie. We're going to go to your people.
Okay, cool. But that's Mackenzie's right there, man. Yeah, man. That's Mackenzie's right there. Mackenzie's.
Food is always better in the hood.
Trust me.
Always.
Trust me. Always better, especially when the hood people eat it. You know that's where the good food is. See, the thing is too, right?
What you eat is what we want to eat.
See, some people, I say, boy, see, the thing is too, I have island parents. What I mean, island parents? This is the city. All right, so we all are island people, right? But this is the city in the island. So you consider a Nasauvian, you're more like a city person in the Bahamas. My mom and dad are from Andros. That's island. Real old school island. From the days like season your meat and everything, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like real, like cooking. Real cooking. Not that thirsty stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're getting all that different
I
things.
want that.
We don't shortcut no food. You know what I mean?
I want that.
We don't shortcut no food. You can taste everything from the lime, the seasoning, the spice, all the roots and everything. Yeah. See, and the thing is too, Bahamian food is very diverse. So you could go from something light, something more on the snacky side. Or, you know, it's like a seafood mixed with a little bit of Creole flavor. Because, you know, we got something called the peas and rice that people come here as a good side dish. That's if you want to try Bahamian dinner. If you have the baked mac and cheese, you have fried plantains, like most places in the Caribbean, but we got our fried plantains down here. We also have, so now we can go more to the basis of it. Seafood, fresh red and yellowtail snapper, fried with the head and tail on. You try that. You got spiny lobster, caught fresh, caught clean, everything right here in the Bahamas. All our fish is not important. All our fish are caught fresh right here in the Bahamas. Then we also have something called the conch. The conch can be prepared many different ways. The best way you could have a conch is depends if you want to cook, you want it fresh. You have many variations. You have a conch salad, which is the conch, onions, tomatoes, sweet peppers, cucumbers, lime, orange, salt, habanero for spice. If you want to hype it up a little bit just to make it a tropical salad, to give it that fruit twist, they add mangoes and pineapples to it. Then you got the scorch. Of course.
Okay.
Have to. See, now the things I making sure recommend everything on the Bahamian menu so you guys can get an understanding of it. But tell you what, I can give you a better understanding of what it is for a Bahamian food before we get to our next stop. Now this is a lovely spot we're going to go over to. We're going to go over to the Queen's Staircase now. They do two things there, weddings and workouts.
Oh, the staircase. Oh, I'll wait.
Now the good thing is, right, I take you to the top and you come down the bottom.
Okay, you want to come down to the bottom and pick us up?
Yeah, I pick you up from the bottom.
All right.
Now the good thing is you'll be able to see the beauty of not just the Queen's Staircase because it's situated right in the area where people call the hood, right?
Right.
So you get to see the splitting beauty because it's like a valley where it is. A lot of people just come to see the Queen's Staircase, but encompass all the beauty around because that's the real Bahamas. That's real Nassau right there. Where you have the city, where you have the business, you have residential, and all of those that made the Bahamas in one little area. You know what I mean? Right there. So
Our guy told us all about it. I think I read that somewhere.
Of the mosque? Encyclopedia.
Hey, I'm hearing you.
The mosque is African Muslims that ruled Portuguese in Europe for over 800 years. Never enslaved anybody. When England was making roads, they were making universities. Okay? Now Queen Victoria's great-grandmother married into the mosque. And when Queen Victoria abolished slavery here, she wanted to help the slaves in America also. So she would have sent money to Philadelphia to the Quakers so they could have helped Harry Trotman with the road. Yeah, so I'm encyclopedia.
Yeah, thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
Right? That's 300, right? So it's over 200 years old. African Indian, cut it sacred.
So this tree is more than 200 years old.
The laws is underneath those trees. It's called a banyan tree. Shaggy roots on the right-hand side. When it hits the dirt, it's going to turn into a stick, like the one on the side of it. And if you look on the walls here, and that tree there started out like that one there. That one is still coming down. The younger tree over there, coming down, that one is still finding its way to the dirt. The walls, you will see the marks on the wall. You can feel them, touch them, and the next time I see you folks, I won't be saying welcome back because that's a 1700 slogan. And everywhere you go around the world, we hear welcome back. But when you come to the Bahamas and you bug the island boy, I took that in my vocabulary a long time. Reunited because you understood. Yes, I'm the island boy.
Love it.
I'm the encyclopedia and everything else around here.
Island boy.
Yes, sir.
All right, my man. Thank you. Just walk down the Queen staircase. Like I said, man, our tour guys the best, man. A lot of these tour guys are dropping off at the bottom, making them walk up. We got this off at the top and let us walk down. But, hey, listen, like the young boys say, type shit. Yeah, that's that type shit. So we're back down the bottom, looking for our tour guide. He probably had to use the bathroom some. Maybe get something to drink because you do a lot of talking. Which we appreciate giving us a lot of good info. But we're headed out to the hood. Get some real bohemian food. Not that tourist food where they cook it in bulk. We need that real bohemian food like it's cooked in your mother's kitchen. So, give you some more tour. Hope you're enjoying the tour so far. A lot of information about the Bahamas that we didn't know, probably you didn't know. Hope you're learning something. Hope you're getting interested in coming here and doing the tour. We're going to leave our tour guides information in the bio for you guys. Check out. Give them a call when you come over here, text, comes through. Right now he's charging $40 per person for a 3-hour tour. You can take you anywhere you want to go. So, sounds pretty good to me. It's working out for us. So I'll see y'all in a minute as we continue to talk.
This is what houses used to look like back in the day when they first started building houses here in the Bahamas first. You had to have some money to buy a house like that. Nice cottage here on Shirley Street. This used to name Queen Street, but now it's named after Governor John Shirley. So this was actually one of the first residential / commercial, and still is residential / commercial stretch in Nassau. Because this is actually the border and the mark of Nassau town. You know what I mean? Or the city.
How much is gas out here?
$5.50 a gallon.
Holy smokes. I cry about paying $3.20 at home.
You come to the Bahamas and they give you a different perception on gas.
Wow.
This is a very humbling island. Very humbling when it comes to money.
Yeah.
Oh yes, this will humble you. Trust me. Because when we go to where you're from, huh?
Yeah. I'll be broke out here.
No, you wouldn't be broke. You just be working. Well, you can't play that, don't you? Oh boy, you can't play that. Everybody look at you. Oh, you can play that. Your mouth can stay white. All right, that's on you. I going to work. That's how you gotta do it out here. We ain't get nothing else. We ain't like China's manufacturing and swing everybody with cheap products. You know what I mean? We mostly, if people can afford or have a family, do it. Fishing, tourism, banking and finance, and all the other in-between industries here is where we be able to make a living. You know what I mean? Well, other than that, you know, God bless us with, you know, a small amount of people in a small country. So it's working good, kind of okay for us. But boy, out here, you gotta work.
But it's like rent for like a 2-bedroom.
Rent for 2 bedrooms run you about say $700-800 in an okay area. But when you want a solid area, you want a nice spot or something freshly renovated, you look about $1,000 up.
That's still good.
That's still good.
That ain't no bad.
Like double that.
Yeah, I know. We passed some dealerships, but coming from the US, you know, this Nassau Motors, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So we get American and Japanese cars here. Meaning we have left or right. It doesn't matter. The main thing is just pay attention, not the road, not the side of the steering wheel.
I see.
You know, you keep left, you can keep your life.
I do see
You go right, you can lose your life. So the left side is the right side of the street, and the right side is suicide. Once you remember that, you okay. Suppose you see here, we're going, this is actually mostly all our medical facilities, public medical facilities, oncology centers. Also, this is our public hospital.
It's the public one here.
Yeah, this is the Princess Margaret Hospital. So this is the main public hospital of the entire Bahamas. This same hospital here serves for Nassau, not only Nassau, but for all the islands in the Bahamas. This is our main hospital here in the Bahamas. We have small clinics on family islands, but if something happens to you on any of those other islands, they have to fly out here immediately to get you here. But this is our main hospital here in the Bahamas. This is the Princess Margaret Hospital. So in 1955, this was completed and done. So it was actually named Bahamas General Medical Facility. And then I'd say a year after that, they named it after the Princess Margaret. Named after Princess Margaret, which is the Queen's sister, okay? So this is like the entrance to it. Don't be just catching a lot, you know, just riding through, because our next stop is right now to the Queen's staircase next door. So this is the entrance of like the hospital main entrance. Pretty much new. They gave it a facelift back in 2017. All right, so now as we driving here, this is Elizabeth Avenue. Before they even cut this road, right? This all used to be rock. You see on the same side here, on this side here? This side used to be, this is what it looked like before they cut this down and made a roadway. So this is actually this used to be a small little area right here where folks used to come down from the Queen's staircases and walk along the sidewalk before they cut the street here. Look over to my left. This is the water tower of Nassau. I want you to put the camera so you can be able to get a better view. That is the highest point on this island. That's 216 feet above sea level. Yes, that is the tallest point. We could have tore that, but you know, like everything else, you always have one person that messes up for everybody. You have some, you could have went there. It has an elevator. The elevator is defunct now. They didn't bother to fix it because they closed it off completely. The elevator was allowing people to go up to the top and have the most breathtaking view of the whole. Nothing hinders your view from up there, because you're on the highest point of the island. We had some dummy try to go on there and talk, but they try to attempt to do some like James Bond skydiving thing. The man said, no sir, and they see you try to attempt to jump. They didn't want no scares of that anymore, so the government said, march up. Y'all ain't going up there no more. So you see they put a big fence around it and they just preserve it. But other than that, you can see it, but you can't go inside. Only the forts you're allowed to, and then the Queen's staircase. This is actually a fort. This is a shame that this is actually a stealth fort. Meaning this fort was strategically put here at the highest point to be able to be a lookout to see from incoming vessels. Right. You know, we had pirates and all kind of stupid, crazy people down here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It wasn't just the English that we had to worry about. Or this, you didn't say we. In my time, I had to worry about nothing but the goodness will God bless me. But before me, this place, oh Lord, they face so much. You know what I mean? This little island here, this is beautiful now, but boy, this have a story to tell. Man, the man asked me. When man asked me, it was right before Christmas, or right around the time of Christmas, right? This man asked me, Dion, is it safe to go out and everything? They say, yeah, they have these things, man. It seems pretty bad down there. I said, let me show you something, boss. Where you from? Right? How much guns you have? Right?
Guns everywhere.
He's like, myself, I own 5 guns. I said, we can't own a gun here. Legally, you don't supposed to have a gun.
Oh, wow.
At all. By law. What are people supposed to have a gun? Use police, you go hunting, or use a business owner. That's it. You don't supposed to have no gun. We can't even have concealed weapons. They gotta be the guns that you gotta buy, they gotta be so big so the police can see with them in yarn. Shotguns and rifles and stuff, you can't conceal them things. Well, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, in the Bahamas, you know what I mean? Guns get imported here. We don't manufacture guns or bring them here. You know what I mean? But other than that, this place is pretty much safe, you know. So I want you to get this view here. So this is the reason why they put this fort here. Strategically, they see all of this. Now, without the tree and Atlantis and all the cruise ships being in the way, if you could be able to get a telescope as far as the best view you could ever get, your range is just incredible. Just to see from anywhere around there, because what happened was now you could see ships coming in from anywhere. You could be coming drifting in and they could see you from a distance. And then what had happened was these forts haven't had no action. They only tested cannons. But yeah, also this is a market where this is an extension of the straw market. You see all these different souvenirs they have here. What would you pay at the straw market? You pay probably, I'd say, a very much lower price. And you get a better bargain, you know what I mean?
Oh, they do deals over here, huh?
Most definitely, yeah, man. But in order for you to get a deal, you gotta buy more than one, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And all of these ladies you see here, all of them are Bahamian locals, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how we make, that's how a lot of Bahamians make their little money, their little hustle and everything. Work in the straw market, in the industry, you know, this is what we do, you know what I mean? You see a lot of these staff from people start a little business, little coconut shacks, sell their little drinks, comforters, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So what I want y'all lovely folks to do, like I tell you, I wanted to get this experience so you can be able to check this out. You see right back here, we can get back, this is part 2 to what we got going on, but I can show you all now anyway, while we here. So remember I told you about the hood?
Yeah.
This is the hood.
Okay. Not bad.
This is the hood. This is the hood right here. What people call the hood, this hospital lane, the hood, all that good stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You got projects out here?
Projects?
Yeah, like
Like now we do have some the government had these they're like projects, not really big buildings like 30 units in it.
Like a high rise.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. But they've been in like the rundown areas.
Right.
Only like one of them still around. The other rest of them they getting tear down. I remember another one, oh Lord, they started moving people out to turn to a plaza, so yeah. You know, they used to be a thing, but they ain't around like that no more.
Right.
You know. But this is basically how it would be like in the hood or anything like that. But this is like more cool, chill, you know what I mean? It ain't too much going on, no bunch of violence. It's just like people chilling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes I don't see more people hanging out like on the front porches and stuff.
We
I
got
see a couple, but I don't see many.
I want money, lots and lots of money.